anything too loud. I am on YouTube. But talk that shit. Man. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Because the last time I did this, my hair was going against my little microphone the whole time, and baby, it's like chop chop, like I mean lettuce. So my apologies for that one, but we're at it again. We are outside. Your dog, diggity dig dig dig. Oh, okay, so I think today we should be discussing like I don't know. I've had a week of delusions and illusions, and like I know I'm a little delusional. I know that, right? But I'm like, but fuck that. Excuse my language. Like, yes, let's stay on that. Okay. I think that a lot of us can get into situations that we have yet to realize is an illusion. It doesn't really exist. And then we're delusional because we think it exists when it really doesn't exist. So I feel like I go through that a whole bunch. When I meet a guy and he's like, "Oh, it's okay, girlie. Like, I love the way you talk. I love hearing you speak." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, you do? Okay." And then I instantly start speaking and talking a hell of a lot. Like, you can't get me to speak and stop enough, like, until one day it's like, one day I'm like hearing the person say to me, "Man, you're just talking too much. You always be talking." I'm hearing a person say, "You never let me talk." I'm hearing a person say, like, "You're talking about something that's not your business." Listen, after that, I'm like, well, what is much? What is not my business? What is over talking? Like, what is that for real? Because, like, the same people who will say you're talking too much or you're over talking me are typically the same individuals that literally that, oh yeah, I'm that raw. Like, I'm not cutting out that I'll be spitting, I'll be coughing, I'll be doing all of that like a real freaking human. I'm a real human, and that's what I'm not a bot. Okay. So like it'd be like those individuals really be talking too much and really be on that. Like, those same individuals be like, "I think you could be doing this in life. I really think you should be this far in life. Like, hey, why aren't you doing this in life?" And I'm like, wait, doing what in life? Doing what you want me to do in life? You ask me why I'm not doing what you look at me and think that I should be doing in life. Because I didn't look at me with your eyes to do that in life. Like, I'm not your eyesight. My eyesight ain't yours. So pretty sure we don't have the same eyesight. And the way you look at me, I probably don't look at myself like that. So that. So boom. It's like a realization that I think remembering that because we as individuals aren't each other's eyesight off real, like, that is something you get to teach somebody about yourself. That that's like, it's equating how, like, you know what's what doesn't need to be said, what's known but doesn't need to be said. This wasp ate it. Like, out of all the wood available, you can't go to the other wood out there, bro. Like, fucking me up. It's a wasp. Should have showed y'all. So boom. So it'd be like, if I don't know your site, right, and you say things to me, this is the way we are. This is how we know to be. Okay. There's no other way we know to be like none. So it's like if like you come into someone's home and they take their shoes off, you take yours off too. Ah! Stop. Shit. Right. Wash the film.
That was very strong.
Hell yeah. I said it was time for me to bring you the busy. These waffles try to attack me. Hell yeah. Yeah, I had to dip out on that one. Y'all seen that hoe coming to my face? Not having it. Not me. So, like, I'm deep breath, be still, and think it don't. Like, poke to see if it can suck some juice out this, bro. Like, I'm supposed to know it's not gonna try that if it's me. Like, I don't know. I don't know. So, boom. So, anyway. Okay, so, boom, I take my shoes off when I go in the house. Because I see you take your shoes off. Boom. When I see you take all your clothes, like take your outer clothes off to sit on your bed, I'm like, well, shit, I'm gonna take my outer clothes off to sit on the bed too. We got undergarments on. We're going up. See for me? Now that's the same way as if you walk into someone else's house and realize these house is not telling you anything. It's showing you something. No one's telling you nothing. You're being shown something. So you go into a different house and this person don't take their shoes off, but you do or you don't. Let's go with the person who's not that type yet. So the person don't take their shoes off, so you don't take your shoes off either. The person sits right on their bed after y'all been outside all day, and you be like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna sit on the bed too." And y'all got outside clothes on the bed, right? That you want to sleep in fresh. So okay, that's the dynamic. All right, you have some individuals who says, come to my house, come in. Okay, they take off their shoes and you don't take off yours, and they have to tell you take your shoes off. Okay, and vice versa. You have individuals that will come to your home and take their shoes off, and you would be like, "Oh, you don't have to do that," and you'd be like, "But your home is so clean," and it'd be like, "Oh, thanks. I'm just clean like this," and that's okay, because I have realized that some places that really be taking their shoes off in the cribbo, like it's all shoes off. Okay, it's 1,000 shoes every fucking wear. For me, once I get past all them shoes, the carpet is filthy. All right. The kids' room is a hot ham. And the kitchen don't look like it's been cooking up anything. Okay. And I'm just like, whoa, isn't that kind of like, I like to use the word conundrum because I learned it one day and I think I really just knew it. You did? So isn't that a conundrum? How like you want to leave the dirt at your door, but you did proceed with making the rest of your home dirty naturally just because you do dirty things or you have a dirty behavior. Okay. And imagine those people. I get to meet them all the time, and I really do like take your shoes off people, even if my house still dirty. I get it. I'm doing my best to keep it straight, and it's a full life. I might have kids. So I totally get it. Now I do still respect those people who are like, no, you don't gotta take your shoes off. But honestly, like I would take my shoes off. I respect y'all so much because dang, for you to have this space so like conditioned, you're like the dirt outside doesn't uncondition my space. Let me say it again. Because you have this space so conditioned, the outside space shows no doesn't affect okay your condition. It doesn't uncondition your condition. Now, that's meaningful to respect, to realize and respect. I have a question for you. I have a popular YouTube channel. I do interviews and music. On your ICU video, how were you able to post that music video and still get it monetized? Is it monetized? Yes. Yes and no. All my music videos are monetized, but it's a line in the like arbitrary pose, okay, like form, paragraph, okay. I don't know the line, but I'm gonna tell you what I do know, right? Because I've actually put in for the YouTube partnership program, okay. after being offered it. Okay, ICU was not my major video. I had a video on there called like Marvin's Room, Stella Rose. And let me tell you, that bitch was naked. Okay, like she was so naked. It was like, dang, like I don't really smoke the doobie go live. Oh yeah, I was. Probably should never blast my business, but that's what happens when you blast past BZ. You get that bitch back, and it ain't no BZ no more. Now I gotta roll a whole nother one and shit. I'm like, mommy. Anywho, let me get back on topic. So boom, like I had this video called Marvin's Room, and it had, I think, six, but let's just say 2 million views. Listen, I guess because I had 2 million views, I got offered the YouTube partnership program. I was like, what? It's crazy that I go give me that because my video is nudity. Like, why would they give me that? It's not my fault they approved my video. But this video was real nudity. Like, you can see them cheeks. Now, you can't see no genitals, but you still can see artful nudity, okay? And we know artful nudity is okay in certain ways, all right? So then it go like, when I applied, they denied me. And then I was like, how y'all deny me? You know? So then uh, I applied again, and they were like, okay, we'll review. Well, when I got that second review, they took down my Marvin's Room video because they was like, it kind of like infiltrates the lines of how we let you be on here. Cool, boom. But they didn't take ICU; they were both up at the same time. So ICU actually passes the clause that you say this is not made for kids. Yes, restrict my viewers to 18 and up because you have the option to say no, don't restrict my video 18 and up. But yes, this is not made for kids. I'm like, yes. I'm like, no, this is not made for kids. All right, no, this is not made for kids. Not yes, but no, this is not made for kids. And yes, restrict my viewers to 18 and up. So that's what IC is, right? So you have to be signed in to watch it. Boom. I can reach back out to the YouTube partnership program, but on account, IC is only like what 160K or something, maybe more. I don't know, but regardless, it's not a million. So I'm not saying the YouTube partnership only gives me that program at a million, but I'm pretty sure with all my things I have, that $1 million video, that million views is why I got offered the program. Without it, I have to get another video to hit a million. Boom. I got enough subscribers. I get enough view time. So basically, with implied nudity, right? Like when I take off my top, you see boob, like side boob. Imagine side boob in a bathing suit. You don't see the titty. I mean the brown spot. I forgot what it's called. Oily glow. Where is it called? The oily glow? I don't know. Shit like it. And then boom, when it comes to the bottom part, like if this comes down and you see the impliedness of the shape of it, the silhouette, boom, you never seen the medium genital, the middle genital, like you never saw it. Even in when you see a nip slip, okay, seeing a nip slip, right, that instantly gets covered up is like, hey, that's an accident. Also, that's artful accidental nudity, okay, which means like, hey, peekaboo, but it's not really there. Or oh shit, it done slipped out, but let me cover it. If they want to delete everybody's video that has accidental slips, I'm pretty sure that Mm. It might be back now, but if it go out again, tell me so that way I know maybe it died. Wait, did it come back? Because I might not. It might have not. No, it didn't. So let me do this. I didn't charge these at all. So let's see. Did this one come back? Am I back? Can you hear me now? Yes, you're back. That's awesome. I'm working on it. Like, how do I take this off, or did I break it? See, how about that? Yes, seems like I broke it. Aha, I did it. Okay, so I'm pretty sure you can hear me when I said I be doing saying things that don't matter. So I'm just gonna say the things that did. Okay. So I think it's magical where you're at in life to know that you want to keep things separated, because I wasn't there when I started and everything was clashed together and I got effed over. Woke up one day, all my issues gone. Okay. But the point of me saying all of that was just to say, like, uh, it is legal to do webcam, and it's not X sales, it's an experience sales, you know? So nudity, or that's implied nudity, that is implied experience, that's new implied nudity that's artful, implied nudity that tells a story or that's informative. As long as you keep that to your content when you're doing anything implied, whether it was implied, like when people do the shooting and people do the stealing and the robbing, all of that's implied actions. And if it looks too real and it doesn't give information or isn't artful or doesn't give the viewers a true experience of how this goes down, some people be like, yo, you was told a real nine, you know, and they were like, no, they're all toys, like crazy. But some people, you be like, these niggas really got real nines, and you don't even say nothing to them. And it'd be like, it's what they gave in their caption, it's what they gave in their tags, it's what they gave to add elaboration to your content. So I'm gonna check my, yeah. Oh, you didn't hear that part, huh? So my Instagram is SN underscore NLTV. SN underscore NLTV. Okay. Um yeah, and it's easy. Like when you write me and you be like, "What's all that shit you said?" Yeah, I get you. I get you. You gonna have to write and say that because I'm still talk that shit right now. Okay. So let's talk about it. What did I say? Real good. Artful. Like them niggas got knives and they not getting told nothing. Boom. Okay. Word terminology. Okay, we got a topic. Terminology took us a while. We got a topic. So example, last night I was outside for real, right? Met a nigga, cool, right? We chopping it up, we talking, the guy talking to me, and we was talking about different kind of things. And look, I can talk about sex actions, and I got this cartoonist animation of it, right? So you got a the bugs when they be mating. Okay, I call that love making. I say that equates love making. You got the they be love making. You got them dogs that be humping all the legs. Like I be like, that's humping. That's humping. That's a dog humping. That's humping for me. Ah, that's sex. That's what I was looking for. Sex. So boom. Then you got the rabbits, the like the kangaroos, the like the jackrabbits. I don't know. Like I'm trying to remember. Ooh, I scared the fuck out of myself because I forgot the shit leans on my mommy. Ooh, I did. On my mom's. Like this is crazy. So listen. So like, what is the animal or instinct or insect that really be like, you know what I mean? And this never told me I can type, so I didn't type. If you type what I'm saying back to you, oh, is your Instagram SN underscore NLTV? I will pin it. If you didn't leave already, you did. If you did, bye. So boom, right? So the guy is saying to me, "Oh well," I said, "Hey, is it possible for a man to start mating with the woman he's interested. Like this man gets his woman, and his first thing to do is mate. He's making love, like he done fell in love, and then after a while, like now he just having sex. Like he like I'm just humping on you because I love to hump on you. But then one day something changed, and then he started fucking her. Like he don't even care if she got off anymore. He's just penetrating that to get him done, and that's it. It's over. It's over. There's no good memories. Okay, I want to know when that happens in a relationship. Do they actually come from that and go back to sex? Do they actually come from that and make it to sex and get back to love making? I would like to know that because, like, I do know for a fact that if you started with lovemaking, and not even that, I do know for a fact if you start with fucking, you can make it to mating. You can make it to sexing, then mating. If you start with sexing, you can make it to either fucking or you can make it to loving. But shit, sometimes you'll make it to loving and end up just fucking. Sometimes you make it a fucking and now you don't fell in love because now you loving because man the fuck was like damn you don't care about me sometimes but then when you do care about me it's like mixed signals so I'm in love with it. Okay, I totally get it. And so terminology, right? So the person saying, well, I think it's possible because I've been married for hellas. You know, I was with my baby mamas for like 15 years. And like, I know for a fact I was in love with that on my mommy. You know, I like to say that now. And I was like honeymoon phase for hellas. And I was like, oh yeah? He was like, yeah, but I be fucking though. Fucking that pussy. And I was like, what? Excuse my language. You be what? You be smashing on the cat. And so I was like, bro, so after you smash on the cat like that, you really be like going back to like mutual end results. He'd be like, what you mean? I was like, okay, so I think you don't comprehend what I'm saying to you, like in the picture. And dog humping, we don't know that, you know, neither one of them get off or get on. We just know when she and he, and now she pregnant. And it was
say they like to read, but then if they don't use Siri to read it to them, they don't read it all the way out. They skim it, and then they want to ask you questions about things that've been addressed in what you're supposed to be reading, what you love to read. Like you don't use Siri to read to you, you love to read, but you're skimming everything. I just thoroughly want to read it, and I know that it's my attention span will rather hear it than me try to read it. I'm just honest with myself.
Clock it.
3 times, literally 3 times. Pick your phone, hung up. You're saying things that are in the text. One of them is at the first 5 sentences.
And what do we call that? Neglect. But also, what do we call that?
Not actively listening, but neglect. I like that.
I know. Actively listening was actually the real word. I like that. I've been wrong a lot of times since the whole show, so it's okay.
I like that one. It is neglect.
That's why when whatchamacallit was answering all the questions when I first seen it, I was like, he got it. Yeah, good job. I said, oh, sorry, yeah. Am I not supposed to be promoting this? Like, this was great. Like, girl, he's winning. Like, I was like, he getting all the answers. Oh, my, I'm like, like, oh, I was like so confused. Like, does he know I like this shit? Like, with multiple games, like, this is a game right here. You're like, who's going to have the best answer? Who knows it? Okay, I love that until I'm sleepy and I've been talking all day and I ain't got time for that bullshit. Can you tell me what the answer is? Because if I say something you say it's no, I'm drove.
You're sleepy all day. Ah! Time is like, what are we doing? Let's just get to
You're welcome. I appreciate you too. Thank you. That's awesome. You was at your day job watching me. I'm a real nigga. Anywho. Yeah, girl, I think the same way when people say, I love you, I love to hear you talk, Shae. I love when you're talking, and then they say you talk too much. I'm like, hold on, wait, this is confusing. I thought you said you loved the much of me talking. Like,
did they say the words you talk too much, or did you take what they said?
No, they told me, no, these are all the words people say to me. Oh, you never told me you like to hear me talk. I don't think you have. Because if you have, I don't want you to fit into this category, you know, so I would say I don't think you have, you know. Last week I was in Cali. It was like 5 months ago though, but my days be coming across, you know. And the person says, Shae, you don't know what you're talking about. You have no business talking about that. I said, but nigga, you told me about your kids and I didn't ask about them. So how I cook for your kids. I'm cleaning for your kids. Yeah, I gave your kids $5. Like I'm confused what's going on. I said, you know, I'm discussing the $5 I just gave each of your kids because you said, oh, if you're gonna eat they chips, you're gonna have to buy some more chips. And I was like, well, let me go see how much the box is. Oh, it's a $10 box. I ate one bag. Okay, I'm gonna give them each $5. Make your ass happy, and I'm gonna go buy my own box. It's okay. Like, I'm cool with that mindset if that's the way you want to be. But I do know last week all y'all ate all my shit and I didn't charge y'all. So you know what? I'm gonna leave next week because this is unfair. You know, and when I'm saying like, hey, this is unfair, let's talk about it, self growth.
Let me help you.
Now,
Not have to be in this need.
right now, it's none of my business. And I'm like, how is it not my business when you're making it my business? You feel me? Like, you're eating my stuff and you're not giving me money for it. Of course, you want me to discuss it with you. You know, a nigga showed me a bill that was in debt. That bit was in debt $3,000, girl. I asked him some questions and I want to know how it got there. And I accidentally said, I don't know how you was parading. You had these bitches in your house in your life. Like, I don't care. But you in debt. Like, how do you got bitches in your life and they left you in debt? Like, I just don't get how was they in your life. They were taking from your life, not in putting into it. Like, we got to talk about the terminology. It matters. Like, to be in someone's life, you must input. Even if your input is off-putting, you just still got to input. You know when you input and cross the boundaries. When someone says, I don't cross the line, I did it incorrectly, I inputted too much information out there. That's my fault. I didn't see the threshold of my input. I didn't see it. I just know I was in this bitch good and I can put the words anywhere I want to, however I want to, in this situation, not outside of it. Clock it. If I think you said this to a person, I can say it too. If I think you led a person to believe this, I can make them believe the same shit you just did. But if you ain't never led nobody to believe this, I'm invalid. If now they believe some shit that you never wanted them to believe because you never even let the cat out of the bag for them to believe some shit like that about you, I'm invalid. And then that hits my TMI. I tell niggas all the time, I'm TMI. What's that? I talk too much. I don't know them the right letters, but I tell much information. Period. Tell much information. TMI. I'm her. And occasionally niggas be like, you can't hang out around me no more because you TMI. And I was like, but I told you. And niggas act like if you tell me who you are, I'm gonna accept you. But they never experience how people really is after they done told them I'm really like that. Right? They forget, oh, my mama and my hitting the court in life. Imagine telling a nigga you ain't got your mind together. And then this nigga put you through some shit that ain't got his mind together. And he be like, yo, I got you this. I'm going to give you this. And then your mind is said, but physically you ain't got it. You ain't got it physically. It's only in your mind. So the question is, who is delusional? You dig what I'm saying? Because if this nigga gonna tell you, hey, I'm gonna give you this, I'm gonna give you this, wait, I'm gonna get this for you next week, and you say, hey, listen, my mind fucked up because I be like in my life, I be doing shit. Sometimes I don't get it. Like I done did some shit, and this is the end result, and I ain't get how this is my outcome. So you need to know that because it's gonna be a lot of shit outside that it's not even. I don't. Did I do this? I don't know if I had a hand in this, but this outcome I don't get, and this is frustration, fucking my mind up. Okay, it's bringing me back to that shit I told you. Hey, I got mind problems, and they only start when I don't agree with the outcomes. Okay, the outcomes fuck me up. So I need to let people know pre interaction. Hey, you give me an incorrect outcome, that's gonna fuck up my mind, and I'm gonna be an incorrect person. Listen, I'm gonna be so much of an incorrect person to you. You gonna still want my correctness around you while you fussing at the incorrect part of me the whole time. Let me tell you what it is on my mind. Okay? Do you know what that feels like? Someone fussing at your incorrectness that they deem incorrect about you, right? Because you walked up correct. You was correct when they say, hey, how you doing? Can you come correct into my life? You were like, yeah, I'm a correct type. And then you've been correct the whole night. And then they woke up in the morning and was like, this ain't correct for me. And it was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I ain't got no red marks on my paper. I ain't got no corrections on this test. How you telling me we took a test? Was it verbal? Was it mental? I'm trying to figure out. Like, and why you putting me to test? It ain't gonna tell me about the test. That's fucked up. Like, I'm just like, damn. Like, if listen, in school, my teacher used to do pop-up tests all the time, and I ain't gonna hold you. That's probably why I'm fucked up in the head, because every time she did that pop-up test, I was like, bitch, this is a pop-up test. So I just popped up and it's a test. Now I'm just confused. Like, do I have to do a pop up test or do I just need to pop up for the test? And then she was like, what did you ask? And I'm like, okay, well, now you confused me because I'm like, I'm here today, right? Did you know I was coming? No, I popped up today, right? Yes. Okay, and now it's a test in front of me. Yes, I popped up for the test. Do I have to do the test just because I popped up for the test and it's a pop up test? I don't understand. Like, I did what the test is a pop up test and I popped up for the test. These other motherfuckers was already here. They knew the test was coming. They not pop up test people. They ready to take the test that's gonna pop up on them to take. That's two different scenarios. So do I'm not even ready to take the test. I popped up on it. I didn't even know the test was coming. I didn't even know the test was coming. And I know you telling me it's a pop-up test. No one knows it's coming. But all them niggas in the classroom knew. You said last week it was a pop-up test and I wasn't here. I wasn't here last week. I came this week. All them niggas was here last week. So now they all in the classroom knowing it's a pop-up test this week. And I'm like, damn, I just popped up this week and I don't know it's a test. We two different niggas. I'm not even in a group. We just in the same class. Okay. These niggas know about the pop-up test because they was pre-informed. I wasn't here for this pop-up test freely. I just ended up here. I popped up and here's the fucking test I gotta deal with. Now I'm just asking what I gotta do. I don't think I should take it. I don't think I should swallow it. I don't think I should be convicted for this test. Like, don't fail me, motherfucker. Don't fail me. Can you pass me? Can you just pass me right on and take the test back? I don't even want the test because let me tell you what, I popped up here. No one told me 2 weeks ago I was going to be taking a test 2 weeks later. That's not what they told me. They told me 2 weeks later you was going to be awesome and still be the person you was 2 weeks ago. And I just knew that, like, that was the, I said earlier, like, what doesn't need to be said? That's that shit right there. Like, it don't need to be said. I'm that one. Period. You don't have to tell me I'm gonna be awesome next week. I already believe it. But should someone tell me like, hey, next week, my ends outside, they got you next on their chopping block, and then you like next week come and them YNs don't come. Like, nigga, don't be trying to manifest the bullshit on me. Don't be cursing me, right? And then 2 weeks later, you accidentally was on the wrong side of the neighborhood. Your car was over there, and the YNs got into it. You was like, what? This is crazy. How this happened? You cursed me, and it'd be like, no, no. Mm-mm. See, the YNs outside, period. They was gonna get you when they was able to, right? You were just in places where they wasn't able to get you. But then when you accidentally went somewhere where now they can tag your ass and you got tagged and you confused because you think it's everybody else that set you up and it's not. Simple as this. I do believe that the universe got my back and I can maneuver in these spaces and make it out. But also at that same theory, the universe had my back when she said I had enough money to replace what someone stole from me, and I had the ego to do it, and I should be prideful that I ain't no broke bitch, right? Excuse my language, you did. I ain't no brokey, you did, but I was still a brokey with the mindset, and I had to go run up on it and get a gun to my head. Do you think I thought it was the universe fault? I was like, but I did in that most. I was like, y'all, it's Tuesday, Black Tuesday, where they put the Black Tuesday, the black square on all the Instagrams. It was that Tuesday, and it was a dreadhead who put the gun to my head. So I was confused. I was just like, oh, I don't trust no niggas. Like I was just gone, flabbergasted. But I had to grow up, and I had to be like, it can't be the niggas. It had to be me. It couldn't be the universe. It just had to be me. And then I was like, yep, you right. Because let me tell you what, I blind faith, baby. I was blind in my faith. I was so faithful to the foolery. I was blind with it. Okay, because I realized that one day I told myself, I ain't gonna go nowhere I don't got no business to go. Okay. And then I went to business school and wanted to learn how to like allocate my business correctly to be more certified. Okay. So what I did personally for my life was my DBA. I went to go get my DBA, doing business as ShaeNitty, NittyLiveTv, Creative Adult Experience. I am doing business as all three of those entities, right? Creative Adult Experience actually has her own business bank account. She's living her Vida life, okay? Now, granted, I do my taxes every year, okay? Right? No, I do not have no EIN because honestly, I'm not paying personal taxes when they see in. I don't need them seeing in. Okay, I'm cool with they already see because if they really, if like, look. If my personal me is banned from a lot of medias, why I need an EIN? So now they can try to hold my business accountable. Like at the end of the day, they're already holding my personal accountable. You feel me? So every time my DBA, while I'm personally me, still makes it, like, bro, you can't do nothing. Like, what are you gonna do? Tell me I can't be all my entities? Like, bro, I just can't be that bitch today. That's cool. We not gonna be her, but the social go with all these bitches. And you can't ban my social hoe. You can only ban my identity. Check it. Okay. So if I need to be a new bitch today, I got you. I got you. So knowing that you set yourself up like that and years come later and someone steals something from you and you like, nah, I got you, bro. I gotta pull up, and then you pull up and then the gun gets to your head and you still get away because I'm alive. But at that moment, you gotta ask yourself, which one of you was it? Okay? Because it's important. Because there's a you in you that said that was okay. And we gotta figure out which you still, which that you, what that you actually run in your personal life, what that you actually decides in your personal life, what that you actually manipulates to your personal mind. Okay? Because that you versus the seven yous was like, yo, the seven yous was like, yo, even though we let you go here, even though we had to get you out of here, even though we had to protect you from getting back here, even though you never knew you could even be here, hey, even though we got you out of there, but you're still here and you don't even feel like whatever. These are the seven yous who's like, bro, like, listen, this you is fucking us up. We got to work 10 times hard to convince you to just not do plan A, not do plan B, because all your plan C's, we seeing where they got you. And listen, all your other yous is like, how do you know I can't be her today because of you? I can't be her today because of you. I can't be her today because of you. It's a you inside of you that would make the best yous not even be able to be themselves because they battling that fucking you that's always inconveniencing their selves. I know that. I've been through that. I had that go on. And I just had the value like, oh, it was 4141 when I said that, bro, at gift. But oh my money. So like it's just like knowing that that's a thing, it's like believing in that. Believing that you got gems in your pocket that ain't falling out and you seeing them. Just believe that, okay? Because if you believe that, you will realize that, oh shit, maybe you need to leave some gem breadcrumbs. So that way, when you look behind you, at least there's gems behind you instead of just really breadcrumbs. Like you can choose the breadcrumbs you leave behind you. They don't gotta be bread, they can be gems. It's like I watched a video the other day and the lady was like, men, their side bitches are their loaf and their wife is their breadcrumbs. They are making love to their loaf and going to just fuck over these breadcrumbs, right? But what love can you make? Oh, sorry, I'm too loud. What love can you make to a breadcrumb? Well, you like Skittles, right? You love Skittles. I guess that's close enough to a loaf. You like loaves? Do you ever eat a whole loaf by yourself? Do you like pound cake? That comes like in a loaf. Do you eat garlic bread by itself? You know, sourdough. If you say I don't know, then are you the type to like really like a wife because you're really good at the breadcrumbs? Because you realize the loaf is your life. The loaf is your life. If a man gets a side female, that's his side life. The crumbs still exist there, but that's how small the other part of his life actually exists in this whole package of bread. Okay? Yeah. So, oh, crucial. So if I can predetermine or presume and be like, oh man, like you don't eat whole loaves, you really like the breadcrumbs, or if somebody said, no, I don't eat no breadcrumbs, I only eat the loaf. Like if I only eat the middle, let's be honest, I'll be fucking over them ends. Fuck that. And then you be like, damn, oh yes, I had to take a break. Like I had to take a break. He like the wasp was like yellow. Yeah, like the yellow jacket maybe was yellow. I don't know, like is a wasp yellow? No. But that one was red. And we know them is shit, wasps. I don't know what them niggas is either. Ain't gonna hold you shit. That's why I'm confused, but I'm running from all them niggas. I ain't playing this game. I'm running from all them niggas. It's not a game. It's not a game. I'm running from all them niggas with my mom. Okay. Anywho, so that's a good stuff we talked about today. Let's recap. So we just talked about how like be true to your motherfucking self always. We're always gonna talk about that shit. But we really discussed like illusions and like if you don't know you're in an illusion, how you gonna know someone else got you in one? Okay. And we talked about words, like terminology, like it matters like it matters like what you're saying to someone because at the end of the day, if you say to someone like, dang, like I want you to if you say somebody, I want a massage from you, I want to book you for, I don't, a hairstylist, right? A hairstyle, because people take that word massage incorrectly, and I don't like that. Like that's overpowering. Like that's so mind manipulation. And they're like, oh, I want to get my hair braided. Can you do my hair? Then you retweet my hair, and a girl's like, well, shit, yeah, but are you gonna pay me? And like he's like, yeah, I can do it when I can. And the guy's like, yeah. 2 days go by, and the guy's like, what's up? You gonna retwist my hair? If you not, I can go get someone else to pay me. And then the girl's like, well, shit, if you gonna pay somebody else, why don't you just tell me you gonna pay me? Because you said it like you wanted it free. And then the guy says, well, I don't pay anybody to do my hair. And it's like, well, why would you tell me you're gonna go get somebody else to pay? Because if you don't pay anybody to do your hair, why in the fuck right now are you gonna do it now against me? Like, am I that hard, that horrible of a person that now you want to blankly in my face make me the worst or stranger out the group? Okay, bitch, because it is diabolical. Yep, we almost at the hour mark. It's 47 minutes. So I don't need a whole hour. All that shit flew right back at me. All right, we lit enough to go. We lit enough to go. We don't need no more high. Right, who all got you had a car? Yeah, I was like, who else? Like, didn't that nigga leave? Like, I ain't got no car, so I forgot someone else does. It's been 5 minutes. Oh. All right, here I come. All right, yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry. Um, SN is my type. So yeah, I think that's awesome. So yeah, okay. Well, really, like when you leave the gym, you can hit me up because I'm only just walking outside. Like, yeah. All right. Okay. Bye bye. Oh, 1 minute content. I don't even know what that means.